What's up, guys? Got Dave here, and I wanted to talk about, like I've told you before, don't put like a rear tire on your bike and not put a front tire. And I just didn't really think that it was the best idea. You know, I thought that that was like a good way for your bike to feel very out of balance, as far as like the rear tire being brand new and the front tire being old. And so I just recommended against that. But I did that without really ever experiencing that. You know, this is, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. This is the fourth time that I've put a new rear tire on a bike and not put a front. But this is the first time that I have ever done that because of wear. All right, like the first time I ever replaced a rear tire without replacing a front was on this Duke 690, because I got a nail in the rear tire, and it might have had 1,000 miles, you know, maybe 800 miles or something, but it really wasn't like a worn out tire or something like that. And I put a new rear without putting the front. And then there was a time that I got a screw in the tire of the Grom, and so I did that. And then there was a time that I got a staple in the tire of the RC8, and so I did that. And then this is the fourth time that I have put a new rear tire on my bike without putting a front. But the reason why I did it this time was because I completely wore the rear tire out, because I've been commuting to work and back every day. 3,750 miles on the front tire, and I got a brand new back tire. And last weekend I went up to the Rock store, and while I was coming back home, I got behind a guy in a Porsche, and this dude in the Porsche was flying, dude. He was hauling ass. And of course, you know, I like having fun, and so I was like trying to keep up with him. And that was the first time, the first situation that I have ever had a brand new rear and an old front, and actually ridden like hard, you know, like actually pushed my bike handling wise. And I can tell you now that I have actually experienced that, don't put a new rear tire on your bike without putting a front. I can honestly tell you now that it did not feel good. It felt like the rear was totally hooked up and awesome, and it felt like the front was like slowly just like going away. Like the whole time I was going through the turn, it felt like the rear was staying right under my butt and the front was like going out. Like it felt like my arms were getting like farther and farther away from me. It was like the weirdest thing, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Catch up to the guy in this Porsche. Came up on lap traffic, man. Hell yeah. Yep, thank you. it definitely felt like the rear tire was like brand new and moist and sticky, and the front tire was like old and dry and didn't have near as much grip. It was definitely a big difference, and I could feel that difference. So that's my recommendation. You know, like if you're gonna like go do a track day and your rear tire's worn out and you think, oh, I'll just put a rear tire on there and go do a track day, don't do it, dude. Maybe if you're just commuting to work and back and you wear out your rear tire and you want to put on a brand new rear tire and just keep on commuting, that's all right, you know, because you're really not cornering hard. You know, you're just like riding around on the street, you're just on the freeway going, you know, like straight right now, so it's not that big of a deal. But honestly, just beware. You know, like I could tell you from a performance standpoint, when you get up in the canyon, or if you were to go to the track and actually push it, you want both of those tires to be brand new, or at least the same. You know, you don't want like an old one and a new one. That is like a really bad idea, and now I know for sure it is. I can actually tell you from experience. This bike handle's so awesome, dude. I just wish the other day that I had a brand new front tire on there. You know, like just for doing stuff like that, like when I'm commuting to work or whatever, that's not really a big deal. I'm not like pulling a lot of G's. I'm not like on the edge of handling or something like that. But up in the canyon, it was not a good feeling. So I just figured I would talk to you about that rear tire situation that I experienced last weekend. Kind of like a follow-up to that other video that I put out telling you not to do it. And it's for real, dude. Don't do it. So you guys have a great day and be safe out there, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.